Welcome to Story Vault 247. Today, we take you deep into one of the most fascinating cultural treasures in Africa, the Ethiopian New Year, and their unique calendar that runs 7 years behind the rest of the world. Ethiopia is not just another country in Africa. It is a land of ancient kingdoms, timeless traditions, and mysteries that continue to puzzle historians. While most of the world mark the year 2025, Ethiopia has just stepped into 2018. Yes, you heard that right. 2018. And this difference is rooted in Ethiopia's own calendar system, one of the few that remains untouched by Western influence. The Ethiopia calendar has 30 months, 12 months of 30 days each, and one small month called Pagumi, with 5 or 6 days depending on the leap year. This makes their year more balanced with the solar cycle, but also uniquely different from the Gregorian calendar that most of the world uses. The reason behind the 7-year gap lies in the calculation of the birth of Christ. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church follows an ancient interpretation which places the birth of Jesus 7 years later than the Western calendar suggests. So, while the world celebrates one date, Ethiopian quietly holds on to its own truth. But the Ethiopian New Year is not just about numbers. It is called Enkutatash, meaning the gift of jewels. It falls on Mescaline 1, which usually corresponds to September 11th in the Gregorian calendar, or September 12th in the leap years. Enkutatash marks the end of the long rainy season, when the island bursts into bloom with bright yellow daisies called Ade Abeba. Imagine the countryside painted gold, the sky clear after months of rain, and children dressed in fresh white traditional clothes, singing and dancing from house to house. Guests offer small paintings or hand-drawn cards with flowers, while boys play drums and flutes. Families gather to feast, roast coffee beans, and share honey wine called tej. The celebration is more than 3,000 years old. It traces back to the Queen of Sheba, when she returned to Ethiopia after a legendary visit to King Solomon. The people welcomed her with gifts of jewels. That's the name Enkutatash. Since then, it has been a season of renewal, hope, and thanksgiving. But here is where story becomes even more interesting. Ethiopia is the only African nation never to be colonized. Their calendar, their faith, and their traditions remain unbroken. The same calendar that once guided emperors still guides farmers, priests, and students today. This calendar has seen battles, kingdoms, rise and fall, and emperors like Menelik II, who defeated European powers at the Battle of Adwa in 1896. It stood strong during the reign of Emperor Haile Selassie, whose word inspired Pan-Africanism and the Rastafarian movement across the world. What many people don't know is that the Ethiopian calendar is not just about counting days. It is a rhythm of life. Farmers plant and harvest by it. Priests set fasting and feasting days by it. Families plan weddings, festivals, and even journeys according to it. In many rural areas, people don't even bother with the Gregorian calendar. For them, the Ethiopian way is the only way. This has been Story Vault 247. Kindly share, like, and subscribe. Even time itself is different in Ethiopia. The day begins at dawn, not at midnight. So, 7 o'clock in the morning on your watch is considered 1 o'clock in Ethiopia. Imagine visiting and constantly being 6 hours out of sync with the local time. But perhaps the most beautiful part of Ethiopia's New Year is its spirit of resilience. This is a nation that has faced famines, wars, and political turmoil. Yet every year on Enkutatash, Ethiopia sings song of hope. They say, yesterday may be heavy, but tomorrow is light. Unearthed stories tell us that during the Derg regime in the 1970s and 80s, when the country was under strict military rule, Enkutatash celebrations were often banned or limited. Yet, families still gathered quietly, lighting candles and whispering prayers for freedom. That secret endurance carried the tradition through one of the darkest times in Ethiopia's history. Another hidden tale comes from the countryside of Gordon, where elders say that on New Year's Eve, spirits of the ancestors walk among the people. It is believed that those who stay awake through the night, praying and singing, may catch a glimpse of blessings from generations past. This is rarely told outside of Ethiopia, yet it remains part of their oral tradition. Ethiopia's children also tell folk tales during New Year's week. One story speaks of a clever farmer who tricked the spirit of drought by planting flowers instead of crops. When the rains returned, the land was fertile again, and the people believed the farmer's flowers had softened the heart of God. Such stories keep the new year not only as a celebration, but as a season of wisdom passed down. And Ethiopia's New Year has global significance too. Thousands of Ethiopians in the diaspora, from Washington D.C. to London, from Dubai to Johannesburg, still celebrate Enkutatash. They gather in community halls, wear traditional white clothes, sing ancient songs, and serve spicy dishes like Dorowak with injera. In this moment, they carry Ethiopia's 2018 spirit into the heart of 2025's world. So, as Ethiopia enters 2018, while the rest of the world is in 2025, what lesson can we take? Perhaps that time is not just a number. Time is culture. Time is memory. Time is identity. Ethiopia shows us that to live by your own rhythm is to stay true to yourself, even if the world calls you late. This is more than just a calendar. It is a story of survival, of faith, of resistance, and of beauty. From the Queen of Sheba to modern-day Addis Ababa, the rhythm of 13 months of sunshine continues. So, when you look at your calendar today, remember, somewhere in Africa, people are celebrating a brand new year, a new beginning, a new hope, a reminder that the past does not change the future. Ethiopia's new year is not behind. It is simply different. And in that difference, there is wisdom the whole world can learn from. This has been Story Vault 247. Share, like, and subscribe. Thank you for listening.